it out, share it out.
I choose love, I choose love. No one can take that away. Something strange is in the air. Seems that everybody's changing, and I can't find no faith anywhere. Seems it's been replaced with raging. Something's got to give. There won't be much life left to live. Please send a sign from up above. And if I gotta choose, I choose love. I choose love. I choose love. No one's gonna make me hate. I choose love. I choose love. No one's gonna take that away. No one can take that from me. I see what I choose to see. Reality is what you make it. So why would I ever choose hatred? I choose love. I choose love. No one's gonna make me hate. I choose love. I choose love. No one's gonna take that away. I choose love. I choose love. No one's gonna make me hate. I choose love. I choose love. And no one can take that away. I choose love.
What's going on? Good evening. Welcome to the Tremel Thompson live show, where we discuss relationships, we discuss marriages, we discuss dating. I am your relationshipologist, Tremel Thompson. Thanks for tuning in. Today we're going to discuss, are modern women delusional when it comes to their dating preferences? What do I mean by modern women being delusional? First, before I even get into the topic at hand, if anyone want to add to the subject, you could get on via Zoom. I got the Zoom link in the description of the Facebook video, and also, the Facebook video. So if you want to join via Zoom, just click the link, and I will let you in, let you on. Make sure my phone's is on silent. So back to the topic at hand. Are modern women delusional when it comes to their dating preferences? What do I mean, are they delusional? Do modern women actually date realistically according to what standards they are seeking when trying to go after a man or get a man attention? So what I mean by that, we all remember when we were in school. Let's talk about as early as junior high school. It seems as if the cute girls was always looking outside of the gate at the older men, the older boys who didn't go to the school, who was just chilling out on the other side of the gate. They wasn't really paying attention to the kids that's actually their age in the schoolyard, right? When you look at high school, the girls in high school was mainly looking at the guys who was pulling up to the schools in cars and things of that nature. They wasn't really looking at the boys, their peers, so to speak. When we get into the dating world, you have the women. Let's take for an example. I'm a transit worker. We have my coworkers. They feel like, female coworkers, they feel like they are too good to actually date another coworker that's on their level or on their title. So they will seek someone who's a supervisor, a superintendent, and things of that nature, right? Why don't modern women date within their range? And that's what I want to discuss today regarding that. I do have a guest. Let me see if the guest is Let me see if she's ready. Yeah, she's ready. Let's just get straight into it. Let me get her set up. Shauna, put on your camera. You're not going to see me. You're only going to see my logo. So I just need you to put on your camera.
I got you.
All right. So I see your camera for a second. Hold on. Let me hook you up real quick. Let me get her set up real quick, people. Let me see. All right. Let me hook you up real quick. All right. Let me see. View, speaker view. Gallery view. All right, let me pin you real quick. Yeah, I'm getting her on gallery view. Yeah, let me just keep it there. All right, I'm getting you set up right now. How you doing today, though?
I'm good.
All right.
I look type crazy, but I just wanted to come on here though.
So you look crazy. This the wrong show to be looking crazy on.
Not like that. Never like.
Okay. Yeah, all right. Setting you up right now. All right, let's get this going. There you go. Now you're on camera. Everyone see her. Let the people know what's your name, where you from, and give your age.
My name is Shauna Seymour. I'm 46 years old.
Hold on one second. Something. All right, Shauna, you hear me?
I can hear you now.
All right, there we go. It was some feedback going on. So yeah, let the people know your name, where you calling from, and your age. I want to put things into perspective over here.
Shauna Seymour, 46, originally from Brooklyn. I live in Jersey now.
Oh, you live in Jersey. How nice. So
Yeah.
So I want to get straight into it, and I want to know what you have on the topic of are modern women delusional when it comes to their dating preferences?
Yeah, I think a lot of women are delusional to a certain point when it comes to dating. Because for me, a lot may not know, but I'm a life coach and a book author, and I help women through the same situation that we're talking about. And yeah, I do believe that. And I don't say that our standards are high, too high, but we definitely can paint a picture that we're not even willing to finish or can back up, if that makes sense.
What you mean by that? We can't finish a backup
Because we paint this big picture that we want and we don't have room for it in our house, if that makes sense.
You don't
Because
have you don't have room for it, or you don't know how to nurture it.
No, you don't have room for it. We paint a bigger canvas than we supposed to have. Meaning that we put a lot on our plate. We say we want this. We say we want that. We say we're not going to go for this. We say we're not going to go for that. But then, and the whole reality, a lot of us don't even have the stuff that we're requiring or even turning our nose up to. And I think that's a big issue for the Black female community.
Give me an example of some things that you say that a woman may not have that would throw off her dating preferences. Like, give me an example, a real time situation.
We want understanding. We want patience. We want guys to be mind readers. We want we talk about job preferences and things like that. And sometimes even like you're saying with you saying your coworkers. I work for the city also, and I'm not above dating somebody that's under my rank. If the person is that doesn't even make sense to me. I don't even know how that works. But we want understanding. We want the guy to have this. We want him to look this way. But we're not coming to the table with half that stuff. And I say we because I'm a woman. So I don't pull myself away from it because I've learned from my mistakes in the past.
So let me ask you this: a woman who makes, let's just say, $80,000, right? She feel like she's too good for a man that makes the same amount of money as she makes. She wants to go after a man that makes double her salary. Let's just say $150,000. Would you think that she's overreaching and looking in the wrong places for? I want to base everything on marriage because
Right.
I was taught that we should live the American dream. Everybody want the big house or the house with the picket fence, but nobody never really talk about the marriage aspect of it. They want the material part of it, but they don't want the relationship part of it. So I want to base everything on this American dream. When women see a guy, like there's a lot of women out there that feel that once they get to a certain level, that they cannot date a man on that same level. Do you think they right or wrong for thinking like that?
Well, I was taught by my grandmother, sometimes wisdom, and it goes back also to how we were taught. I had a conversation with my little sister today. A lot of things that we look for is far fetched, and we were not taught it as young women. We didn't have the marriage mold in front of us. If we didn't. A lot of us come from broken homes. A lot of us didn't have aunts and uncles or that was married or had that marriage blueprint to base life on. And my grandmother told me when I was younger, and I'll never forget it. And maybe sometimes the elders could have errors, but my grandmother told me, she said, "Baby, never get with a man that has less than you. Either he makes the same or more."
Okay.
I never understood it now, but I always base myself on that. Looking back at it now, could have been a mistake that my grandmother was teaching me, or was she trying to protect me and my money from her generation versus my generation now? And I don't think that it's a case by case basis for me. If a woman feels that she needs to date up and she wants a man that matches her money or more, that's her preference. For me, it's not all about the money. For me, it's ambition. It's like if you read my post about vision. It's about protection. It's about him respecting me. And I think that if he comes to the table, he has a great job and he got dreams and goals, then I'm fine with that.
What do you think the role of a woman is in a relationship?
So what I had said to your post last night, I said, for me, my role is to make sure that I show up whole, to make sure that I'm not broken and I'm not bitter and not bringing no baggage. For me, it's God, man, and then woman. I'm to be his peace. I'm to make sure that I encourage him, that I make sure that his vision for the family as his wife or his helpmeet is to come to fruition. I'm to make sure that when he comes home, that is peaceful. I'm not nagging him and making it harder than what it was when he was at work or whatever he was doing in the day forth before that. And when I say help me, I mean that I'm supposed to meet him at his needs. I'm not supposed to be enabling him. He's got to come to the table with the same things that I just said, provision and protection. And he has to be ambitious and also a provider for me in order for me to be submissive and do all those things that I'm supposed to do as his help me. And I think a lot of women get it twisted because we like what I wrote in my book, we do wifely duties on a girlfriend budget. And then that's when we mess ourselves up.
So who's supposed to show what first? Because in our community, there seems to be a tug of war of women not wanting to submit because the guy didn't show X, Y, and Z first, or she don't want to submit until the guy has proven himself. Now, you did mention some roles that you feel that the woman is supposed to play. And to get it clear, you are a Christian.
Yes, I am.
All right. So you do agree that woman was put here for the man and not the man was put here for the woman.
Right.
All right.
We are the gift. Yes, I agree.
That's actually in the Bible. So
yes. I agree with that. We are the gift. We were created from man, and we are here to be the helpmeet. We're not here to build a man from the bottom up, but we're here to build him back up if he falls or if he tumbles. And that's where a lot of women make their mistakes. And like you said, we give a lot when we're not getting, when the man is not proving himself to to be worthy of the gift that God has given.
But
For latter words.
that's not what the Bible says. See, that this is the part that I get confused. I mean that you guys get confused. We don't have to prove ourselves. If in the Bible they say that man was put here woman was put here for the man, right? That means
Yes.
that means that we don't have to prove ourselves. It's already proven. That's just like the Bible says that woman was put here for the man and God was put here for man themselves. We don't have to God don't have to prove himself to us, do he?
Well, I'm not talking about God. I'm talking about man. And when I'm saying proven is exactly what I can't hear you.
I didn't say anything.
Oh, okay. So what the Bible actually says is that it's not good for man to be alone. What the Bible actually says is that we were created from your rib. So if you look deeper into that, we came from the womb of you. We came from the weakest part that it could have that form of womb while you were alive and made us. So when I'm saying proving yourself, I'm not talking about in the sense of what I'm saying is that the Bible says if a man don't work, a man don't eat. And in the Bible in the beginning, Adam was given a job and a task. He had a job. So if you're not working and you're not bringing nothing to the table, then what am I supposed to be doing with that? That's my point.
Well, the Bible says that the woman is supposed to be the Bible says the woman is supposed to be a helper and a companion of man. And not only that, and
help meet. It says help meet, not helper. It says help meet. Is the difference.
Help meet for him.
Help
not only help meet for him. And not only that, it says neither was the man was created for the woman, but the woman was created for the man. That's in Corinthians, right? So
you're right. Yes, that's fine.
So when it comes to relationships, I don't want to focus too much on the Bible too much.
Yeah, that's right. But you got to cut me off if I was trying to explain, but okay.
Let's focus on the relationship aspect. Why do women feel that a man must prove himself? And then women come up with these conclusions after they have sex with the man already. So if a woman do feel like that, shouldn't the man have to prove himself before she even have sex with him?
Yes. Yes, and that's what I was trying to get to before you cut me off and talk about what the Bible says. I wasn't trying to make it biblical. I was trying to make it, surface-wise. When I say proven, I mean, so if a woman lays down with a guy, he hasn't claimed you, he hasn't said nothing. You already got the ring, the marriage, telling him what kind of door you're gonna have, what kind of house you're gonna live in, and you don't even know if this guy's crazy, what's his finances, what's his history. So when I'm saying proven that he's a provider, proven that he is a protector, proven that he likes you, that he wants that he's looking at you as a long term and not just a one night stand. And a lot of women get that twisted. So that's what I'm talking about, proven. Because it's like if you're not doing anything and I'm doing everything, then that's where that's when we have the disconnect.
Well, how can you gauge as a woman if a guy wants you for the short term or the long term?
Well, for me, it was a lot of experience. I was talking to my little sister today, talking about the things that I did when I was 23 and the things that I'm doing now at 46. So I have a gift, and it might sound funny, but I've learned how to know when a guy is trying to get me and to get me to keep me. And I think and we don't hone in on that gift that God gave us, our discernment or our third eye or our women's intuition. It's a real thing. But like I said, we meet a guy, he smiles at us, right? He took us to a restaurant, he's paying us all his attention. And to be real, I got brothers. So, and I've been a tomboy for a long time. So I don't think like the average woman. I don't masculate men and I don't blame everything on men. Like I told my little sister a little while ago, I said, if you were a guy and he's not what you liked and he's showing stuff in the beginning of the relationship and then you still stay with him long back in it and now you're mad and he's not giving you what you wanted, it's not his fault, it's your fault for staying there knowing that he wasn't what he was supposed to be to you.
So you don't think the man have a third eye to tell like maybe she's good to have sex with but not be in a relationship with?
I can't speak that because again, I'm not a man. That's what I said on your page about. I can't. That'll be probably of my perspective. I'm not saying that. Discernment
but I need you to answer the question. I am answering it.
I mean, no,
you just said a whole bunch of nothing. I want you to.
I said
I
to
want you to
the
tell
term,
in simple terms. How can you tell
you asked
if a
me the question,
man?
do a man not have a third eye? And I'm saying yes. I can't say that he
No,
doesn't.
I need you to answer. How can you, if you meet or start dating a guy, how can you tell if he's there with you for the long term or the short term? Because I'm gonna say this to you: are you married?
No.
Have you ever been married?
No.
So how good is your third eye working for you?
Well, don't try to dig, because my me being single is a choice because of what I went through as a young girl, the mistakes that I made, and it took me a long time to be whole, to be free of all the stuff that I went through, my traumas, my molestation, domestic violence.
That's but all right.
No, let me finish. If you're gonna ask me a question, right. So it's not working for me. It's a choice for me right now. So back to your question, how I know is because if a guy is not asking you about your day, what you're doing, your favorite color, he's not trying to take you out. There's questions when a man is interested, and there's questions when a guy's not interested. He's trying to get you to the house. He's not trying to take you out. He's not calling you. You're an afterthought. It shows.
Shauna, you have guys out there that play possum and do that all day, and women fall for that.
But for me, I know when it's real and when it's not. Now I know. When I was younger, I didn't know, and I also played the part of not caring because I was just doing what I wanted to do because I was grown and in a little girl body playing big girl games.
All right, but I want you to talk because you still not answering the question. It seems
I did answer you. I said that was my opinion. I said that's what I feel in my experience.
No, because you brought up you brought up a whole bunch of stuff. You said you brought up molestation. We ain't got to get into that. But what I would
I said that because you saying how is it working out? Like you try to date tomorrow.
All right, no. All right, so
don't do that.
So let me ask you a question. Let me ask you a question with that.
Yes.
After your molestation incident, were you continuing to be sexually active after that? Were you continue to have relationships after that?
This happened when I was a little girl.
Okay, all right. So we ain't even have to bring that up. Let's stick from 18 up, right? Let's just keep it from 18 up, right? Because let's talk about this third eye. Do you want to get married one day?
Yeah, I do. But I realize that every woman is not meant to get married.
No, I don't care about every woman. Do you care to get married one day?
Yes.
All right, you care to get married. When you date, do you date to get married, hopefully, or just date to see where it go and have sex and have fun?
No, I don't. I date with purpose.
All right, so
it don't take 2 dates to figure that out.
Where's your third eye? This third eye that you're talking about? Because
what do you mean with that?
Because you say you date with a purpose?
Yes.
Right? All right. So you said that this third eye, you could tell if a man is there for the short term or the long term, right?
Yeah.
So I would think by you telling me that your long term, that you're seeking out guys who's gonna or you're having sex with guys that's gonna be there for the long term. Why didn't you get married?
Well, I've been single and holding myself since for 10 years now on purpose because I had a lot of things that would messed up with me. That's one. So I'm learning from my mistakes, and in the midst of my mistakes, I'm helping other women. So I'm not looking for marriage right now. I have a bigger purpose and a bigger journey that I'm on.
10 years single or 10 years celibate?
10 years single.
Once again, so you're having sex and dating without the purpose of getting married?
No, not without the purpose of getting married. I'm not saying that every time that one don't get out and trick you, because a man is a man. Y'all men know.
Where's your third? So how good is your third? This is what I'm trying to get down to. How good
it's called intuition, and then again, a lot of women.
It's called delusion. It's not called intuition.
No, it's not. It's not delusion, Tramel. Let me finish. It's not delusion. No, it's not. It's not delusion. What it is that we still go over what is being shown to us. We still make another decision. It's called a mistake, and it's called overlooking your indiscernment. It's called overlooking.
The real answer is that you don't know. You could never tell.
No, that's not true. That's why I stopped. No, that's not true. That's why I stopped dating. That's not true.
Let me ask you. All right, let me ask you this: are you the type of woman that have make a man wait a certain amount of days or months before having sex with you?
Yes, I do that because of my walk.
Because what does that mean?
So right, but aside from the mistakes that I've made in the past, in my walk right now, yes, I'm not seeking sex.
No, I asked you.
And I answered you, and I said yes, and I said yes.
What's the magic number?
I don't have a magic number.
So
before I had a magic number, it was 6 months. It was 6 months.
Yo, women been trying to crack this code forever, and it don't work.
But it's not a code. It's not a code.
Why make a guy wait 6 months and not 6 days? What's the difference?
What do I know about him in 6 days?
What do you know about him in 6 months?
I was doing the.
It's not about what you. It's really not about what you know about him. It's
for me. It is.
It's
yes.
No. It's about the outcome that you're trying to get. You told me that you're trying to get married. You told me that this intuition that you got, you know how to seek out long-term, short-term. It's obvious that you want to get married. It's obvious that you want some type of long-term relationship. We get that, right? Now you make a guy.
And I also said that I realized that everybody's not so that every woman will not get married. So
we're not talking about every woman. We talking about.
But I'm saying that for me, that I do believe that that marriage may not be in my cards.
Oh, marriage. See, this is the thing.
Now, me wanting it and knowing what's for me is two different things.
No, but it's not even your choice. I mean, marriage is not your choice. You if it was your choice, you would have been married right now.
Well, I'm not saying it's my choice, but if I'm not putting myself out there.
No, you are putting it. Listen, you are putting.
No, I'm not.
Shauna,
to be found, I'm not.
Listen. Men see women going to the grocery store. Men see women going to work.
Okay.
Men see women in everyday life. The only way you're not putting yourself out there is if you're being a hermit inside the house and not coming out. Every time a woman step outside her home, she's putting herself out there. Men are visual creatures. We see something.
I disagree with that. Because you can see me, what you gonna do? You gonna beat me over my head like back in the days and make the number?
Hello, how you doing? What's your name?
And how you doing? I keep it moving. Like I said, put myself out there, meaning that I'm not entertaining that.
You're not entertaining.
Because I have a walk that I'm in right now. That's why I told you 10 years that I've been working on myself, because I know there's a lot of things that I've been working on.
That's a ridiculous number. You could have been working on yourself and having.
That's not ridiculous. You can't say that's ridiculous.
Yes, why can't
you can't say that because this is me. You can't say that.
Listen,
because that's the problem. A lot of women are not working on themselves. So for you to bash me for working on myself for 10 years, that's crazy.
No, are you in therapy or anything like that?
I was.
For how long?
I was. I mean, that's irrelevant. I mean,
no, because black.
That's irrelevant.
Black women think that they could work on themselves without seeking extracurricular help. It don't work like that.
But as a life coach, I know better than that.
No, but you're not doing it.
But what you mean? I just said I was. You don't gotta be in therapy for 10 years.
Why not? So how long you been working on yourself?
I've been working on myself for I've been out of a relationship for 10 years, and I've been working on myself for the past 7. But it has nothing to do with therapy. It has nothing to do with therapy anymore. It has nothing to do with therapy anymore. That's what I'm trying to say. Women want a lot of things from men. They want the man to bring a lot to the table. But for a woman to be mature and know that she got issues and know that right now where she is in her life, that she would not be a helpmeet or may still got issues, it's gonna do a man a disservice. So for me, I'm taking responsibility and accountability, which a lot of women don't want to have. And now you're sitting there telling me it's too long. It's never too long to work on yourself.
Do you want kids?
It's never too long. It's never too long to work on yourself when you know that you want to be the best that you can be to show up in a relationship.
You want a family? Do you have kids? I never asked you that.
I have a son.
You have a son. How old is he?
He's 30.
Oh, your son 30? How old you say you are again?
46.
30, 46. Cool. So what kind of man would you be seeking that would make you be like, all right, you know what? Me working on myself is done, it's time for me to make a union? What kind of man would you be seeking?
I want someone that can understand me, someone that is strong and a protector, provider, someone that can be a business partner to me because I have businesses and I got a lot of things going on. Caring and kind, because I'm aggressive, and that's another thing about me. I don't want to be wearing the pants. That's because I didn't have. This is the problem. I didn't have nobody to show me. I didn't have a sister to tell me, oh, you can't act this way. You can't talk to a man this way. You can't yell at a man this way. You can't be aggressive. Those are the things that I didn't know. So teaching myself is why I'm holding 10 years back to change all of that. So someone to understand that I'm working on myself, that's strong and that's a go-getter and got vision and dreams.
So what you gave a laundry list of things that you expect from him. What are you going to bring to the table?
The same thing I told you in the beginning of this show. If I show up broken and I'm showing up looking for a savior, then that it's not his job to unpack any luggage that somebody else left behind. And that's what I help women with all the time, is that we got to get ourselves together so we can show up and be that woman that a man wants.
It sounds like you're looking for
nagging and all that stuff.
It sounds like you're looking for a father figure. It don't sound.
How am I looking for a father figure?
I mean, look at the laundry list of things.
That wasn't a laundry list. I said understanding.
It was longer than when I asked you, what are you going to be bringing to the table? Because,
all right,
because
it's
women,
the same thing.
No, see,
it's the same thing. No. I didn't. You want me to say cook and clean and be submissive? It's the same thing. It was nothing longer than what I said.
So you want him to be?
Wasn't nothing longer.
You want him to have the same qualities that you have, basically.
I didn't say the same qualities as me. I never said I was understanding, but yes, I said I want to be his peace. I said I wanted to be understanding, to be a protector, to be strong.
Are you understanding?
Yes, I am.
Oh, okay.
Now I am. Yeah, now I am.
You wasn't understanding before.
No, a couple of years ago I wasn't. Because I was playing a male role. Because all I had was my mom that was out here in the streets, being strong, and my father was nowhere around. So I wasn't taught how to be meek and quiet and submissive. It was, I'm doing me, I'm making money, I got a city job, I live here, I live there, I'm gonna go after the guy, I'm gonna ask him out. That was what I was doing. And I was getting it wrong the whole time. And a lot of women still getting it wrong.
So what's the right way?
It's to show up without being loud. It's to be in his presence and let him see the natural you. And like you said, in your with your commentary and your questions, how do we let a man know we like them? By conversation, by a compliment on his perfume, touching his shoulder, how you doing? Smile at him.
Let me tell you something. That's not showing a man that you like him. That's showing a man that you want to have sex with him. And a lot of women get that confused and think that showing a man that you like him and showing a man that you want to have sex with him is the same thing. That's not showing us that you really like us or anything like that. You laugh at my corny jokes, you touch me, you smile at me. Only thing you're showing me is that you really want to have sex with me.
Okay, so then you ask questions, but you never give. See, this is the problem.
This is what women have to do. Women have to be cooperative and submissive. That's all that we can.
But when you ask these questions, Tramel, like I was saying before, like you ask us questions, right? And then if we're getting it wrong, which is fine, but y'all men don't never want to tell us what we're doing wrong. You only want to tell us when we're doing wrong at a time like this, when it's amongst people.
No, because it's hard. Like when you texting on these social media platforms, and I'd rather have the conversation like this because it's in real time. It's live, and then people going to agree with you. People going to agree.
But you never said anything in your comments about. A lot of women were saying certain stuff. So again, this is why I was saying about what we always pull out each other. What a man is doing wrong, what a woman is doing wrong, but we never correct each other. That's the problem that I have. So we'll never understand it.
I'm correcting it now. I'm telling you.
But you had a chance to correct it when you asked the question too, but you didn't.
No, this is how I do it. I give, if you notice, when I'm on Facebook, I rarely give my opinion.
Rarely, but you have. I've seen you. I've seen you behind the closed doors chucking with your boys. I've seen it.
It's very rare, but I give my opinion mostly on the platform because it makes great conversation. So just like when I asked the question, how to show a guy, how you get a guy attention, women was like, oh, I smile, this, that, show him that you like, whatever. No, that's not the way. That only thing that's showing us is that, hey, I could have sex with her.
Well, I disagree with that. I really do disagree because you're not the only guy that I follow and that I talk to and have, because I got a podcast myself. So I disagree with the fact of smiling because y'all men say we don't smile.
Oh, no. Black.
No, let me finish. I'm not saying you, but I've seen guys say, oh, you don't smile. Now you telling me when I smile is because I want to have sex.
No, now you telling me for the particular question that I asked. I'm not saying in general, if a girl smile at me, it don't mean that she want to have sex with me. But if she's trying
to get, what I just said. That was one of my answers.
No, the question was, if you trying to get a guy attention, what do you do? Women say laugh at his corny jokes, smile at him, right? Now, if you're trying to get my attention, and because a man ain't stupid, dudes know when they telling corny jokes. Sometimes they'll tell a corny joke just to reel a girl in, just to see, she laughed.
I'm not laughing at you, dude. That was a question.
She laughed at my joke. I know that I like I said, if you can make her crack a smile, you could crack her ass. That's real. That's not fake.
I don't know. I ain't never been that for me.
That's real. You make her crack. That's real. You make.
I disagree with that. And I said it to my sister today. I said no woman laughs harder than a chick that's feeling a dude. Because she goes overboard with.
So how can you say that you agree with that? If you can make her crack a smile, you could crack her ass.
I said I don't agree with that because that hasn't happened for me.
For the majority of women, if you go back to that post, right? You go back to that post, you'll look at a lot of women, mostly all the women were saying, laughing at his corny jokes.
Well, I didn't say that. That wasn't.
No, but we talking about.
Me and you asked me what I did. Okay, so I learned something from you, right? So if you telling me that what I thought I've been doing to show a guy that I'm interested without being overly aggressive like I was, then I take that in as a note and I learn from it. And I'm not above saying, oh, I don't agree with that. That's what I was doing. Then guess what? That's okay. I could change it.
The best way for a man or a woman to show that you're interested is to go up to the person and tell them. I don't understand why we got to play this sign language game, why we got to play this joke game, why we got to play all these games. Whatever happened
because
to
most men, because I've been in forums and I've talked to guys, and the majority of men have said that they want to be the conqueror. They want to be the one to pursue. And you know that most guys don't maybe now, but most men want to be pursued, and that's why when we do it, we go overboard with it. It's not our job. We're stepping out of the divine order doing that. It's not our job to pursue you. It's not.
Okay.
You pick us and then we pick you back. It's not vice versa.
Okay.
And that's real. And that's you pick us, we pick you back.
No.
A lot of women want to pick and then they don't pick back.
No. You pick us and we pick you back. Remember, the end game is marriage, right? Women don't control who marries them. If they did, specifically women in our community, one out of four black women get married. If women had the opportunity to pick and choose who they could marry, the marriage rates will be higher. I believe that black women want to get married. It's just that the men is not making that decision to marry them. So the way it works,
I understand that, but that's not what we were talking about at the time.
I'm getting back to it.
Okay.
I'm getting back to it. It's not the men choose you guys and then y'all choose us. No.
That is true because if you I'm talking about in the beginning of courting, that is how it goes.
No, women already made their decision. Before the guy, most of the women, before the guy even approached them, the women already in their mind, already made up their mind if they want to sleep with him, would they be in a relationship?
The guy that we saw first? I'm talking about a stranger or somebody coming up to you. We're talking about two different things. What I'm saying, when I talk about picking, I'm talking about the initial. Yes, of course, at the end we pick to say yes or no to the marriage proposal. What I'm saying is that if I come out of my divine order and walk up to a guy and I've done that in the past, hey, how you doing? To take you out. I'm giving him a reason to find something to like about me versus him genuinely liking me because he saw me first. If he sees me first, then he is going to do what he needs to do to get my attention, not vice versa. It's not supposed to be that way. There's a book called He's Just Not That Into You.
When you step outside the house, your hair's done?
Yes.
Your nails is done?
Always.
Your makeup is done?
Sometimes I go natural. It depends how I feel.
Okay.
I don't do makeup all the time.
So you're basically going out there to want to be seen, to want to get approached, right? So
no, I'm going outside because it's to be presentable because of my business and what I represent.
All
first.
Right, whatever the business and what you represent, right? All right,
okay.
let's just use your analogy real quick. The man pick first, right? The man choose first. The man go out there and get men are hunters. I agree with that, right?
Yeah.
What do the women choose next?
We choose if we're gonna talk to you and keep the conversation going. And if we like you too, because you're gonna do, if you like me wholeheartedly, you're gonna do what you need to do, whether you're trying to get to sleep with me or whether you really wholeheartedly like me, you're gonna do what you need to do. If I run, have you ever seen a deer jump, a deer or sheep jump in a lion's mouth? He's not gonna eat a dead, but he wants to kill it first. And then pick it up. And the same thing with dating. A lot of women are jumping in men's mouths and not letting him come after you.
No. And all right. So the man come after you. How did it work for you in your life?
In my relationship that I had, it was fine.
No,
because I wasn't looking for marriage then, though.
No, you wasn't looking for marriage.
I know. I'm just saying at the time that I'm talking about.
Did he propose to you?
I got proposed to before.
Did he propose to you?
I got proposed to. I didn't propose to myself.
I'm saying I don't know if you saying that this particular guy proposed to you, but the guy that you referencing, he proposed to you.
No, I'm just talking about in general, a general guy. I wasn't talking about a particular guy, but I've been proposed to before.
How many times in your life?
Once.
How many relationships you had in your life? Can you count?
Serious relationships that I could count, about 4.
4.
That was serious in my adult age from 26 up until now. Well, up until 10 years ago.
All right. So out of those 4 relationships, how many of them you would have said yes to if they would have proposed to you?
2.
Why you think they didn't propose to you?
Because they wound up cheating on me and we broke up.
They wound up cheating on you.
I can't answer that. Because at the time, I wasn't the woman that I am now.
I need the people to understand this. For some reason, women have a hard time with accountability. I have been told.
I just told you that I don't have a time for accountability. I can't answer why they didn't marry. And I just answered you
just threw out the window. Oh, he cheated. It automatically goes to the man.
No, but that's not accountability. But if you've been talking to me, you heard me say that I went through that when I was younger. I did a lot of things that I shouldn't have as a young woman. So now you seem to forget that part. So you want me to keep repeating myself?
No, I want to know because we narrowed it down. It was brought.
Right, okay, and you said out of the 4, I said 2, and then I said the one of them that didn't, I don't know why. And the other 2, I wasn't in that marriage realm. I was just being a girlfriend because that's all I wanted at the time because I didn't know better. It ain't about, I'm accountable for everything I've done. And I said that to you. I take accountability. I just said that women don't take accountability and I gave you a reason why. Now you're trying to go back.
You went straight to the man. You said he cheated.
I said because he wound up cheating, so our relationship was over after that.
Why you think he cheated? Anything that you was doing wrong that made him step outside of your relationship?
Okay, and I'm gonna say this, and I had the call, and I'm a woman enough before I get mad and blame a man for cheating on me. I asked him, what did I do? Did I not clean? Was the sex not good enough? Was I too aggressive? Because again, I'm gonna implement myself first because it's my job as his woman to make sure he's fine. He had no answer for me. So then that means you just did it because you wanted to. I take accountability even then. I learned it from my brothers. So I don't want you to come on here and try to make me something, and I've been nothing but real and laying it out for you. Why I'm been by myself.
I'm not
for 10
saying
years.
that you not. I'm
no,
not
but
saying
you're like,
that you.
because I said he cheated, but you never asked me why. You just took that and said, "Oh, that was my answer." But no, it was more to it. But if you want me to elaborate, I could do that. It's fine.
Yeah, because
it's okay.
It's,
I asked him, and he had an answer. He didn't have an answer. The one that I didn't get married to, or didn't.
Well, maybe
he didn't have an answer.
Maybe he didn't want to tell you.
Well, that's not my fault. Because I asked. I didn't assume. I didn't call a girl. I didn't assume. I didn't call a girl. I asked the question. Is it something that I did? What can I do different?
So you was willing to take him back?
Yeah. If I did something wrong.
No, I'm talking about even if you didn't do anything wrong. Let's just say that he just wanted to have sex.
If I did something wrong, if he told me, "Oh, you ain't sucked me long enough," or you're not cooking, you're not clean, you're a nag, then I got to reevaluate myself. That's called adulting. But he didn't have an answer.
So
I didn't assume that it wasn't me.
No, all right. So let's just say it wasn't you. He said it wasn't you. You still wouldn't have took him back?
No, I didn't. Because if it's not me, what am I staying there for?
Was that the only relationship?
I can't win, because if I did something, I could fix it. That's the problem. If women don't know what we did, and a lot of men, y'all ghost us, we never know what we do. So how can we fix it in the next relationship or not if y'all don't tell us?
Well, I could tell you told me before that you had masculine energy before.
No, I didn't say that. I said I'm aggressive.
Same thing. And
I know, but no, if you're gonna quote me right, I never said I had masculine.
But it's the same. Clinically, it's the same thing. All right, and you're showing a lot of masculine energy right now.
Okay.
But I thought you was working on yourself.
I am working on myself.
But you're showing a lot of masculine energy right now.
I know, because you're trying to paint this picture of me, and I don't appreciate it.
You're being argumentative. You're talking. You're
painting a picture of me that
I'm not painting no picture. I'm just
taking my words and making comments of it, and you're not letting me finish and let me explain myself, and that's not fair.
I'm actually when we watch the replay, I let you ramble for a while. But I gotta hold the show to a certain level to where I can't let you ramble. I want to get the answers. I want to get to the root. I want to get to the root.
All right, so go ahead. I'll answer your questions. My apologies.
I want to get to, but I just want to point out that you the same thing that you said happened in the past with you being aggressive. It's the same thing happening now. It's all over this whole interview.
Okay.
So once again, you worked on yourself for 10 years. You stopped the therapy. This is my first real conversation I think that I ever had with you ever. And I see contradicting things. I was this back then, but now I worked on myself. I'm a life coach, and we back to the aggression. But what I would say is that I don't think that you BS me this whole entire time. I do appreciate your honesty. I ain't know you had a 30-year-old. Congratulations to you. Congratulations to you for sure. What I want you to do is tell people about this book that you wrote.
Okay. It's called Queen with a Damaged Crown. And it talks about everything that I went through from, like I said before, molestation, daddy-daughter issues. There's different chapters about being a wife, if you ever would be a wife, what it is, why women got to realize and look and see if they ever would be a wife, and things like, and that's what I'm trying to say for me with the aggression, because like I said, I feel like even though I want to be a wife, I don't think it's in my cards, because there's certain things about when you're learning yourself and you're getting to know yourself and you sit with yourself, that you realize that it's better for you to be single, and that's fine. And I've come to grips with that. I don't have to be married in order to help people. So that was one of the things. My book talks about certain men to stay away from, letting women take the responsibility of themselves and the things that they do in relationships, sleeping with men too early, like what we're talking about. So that's why I wanted to come on here, because
I don't agree with that. I don't agree with that at all. I'm gonna have to get your book.
You don't agree with what?
I don't agree with. There's no such thing as sleeping with a man too early, because at the end of the day, like I told you before, if you make a man wait 8 months, or you make him wait 8 days, if after she have sex with that guy, the first initial sex with that guy, is she getting the same result as if she had sex with him after 8 days, then what is too early? What does that really mean?
Well, too early. Okay, so when I'm talking about too early, it's just, if you don't know nothing about the guy, I said it yesterday. You don't know nothing about him. Too early for me is one night stand. It's a week. If you're dating with a purpose, and I said in my book, if you want to date just to have sex, protect yourself and have fun. But if you want to date and you want to date with purpose and you want to show up, because a woman's supposed to be a wife before she get married, not when she's married. If you want to show up and be a wife and have this man look at you as such, there's certain things that you have to hold yourself at a high caliber. So I disagree with the fact of too early, because I've heard guys, oh, shorty sucked me off this day, da 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 da.
That's maybe you surrounded around a whole bunch of immature guys. Right?
No, it's not.
Because my circle, they could be older. That don't mean that they not immature.
Okay, but so my
circle of friends, guys, is not discussing they sexual lives in that manner. As far as
but I'm saying this, right? You right.
I met this girl, and we don't discuss that. Like that's not what's so special about that. Like what?
Okay, I've seen you ask guys certain questions on here that you've had side talks. Like I follow and I take pictures and I take notes, because when I talk about it on my show, because I watch men so I can have content also, because I'm learning from you. There was a guy that said he has high quality women that he like, I'm not taking care of, and she still come back for more. So I don't know if he's immature or not, but that's your boy. And you said to him, oh, well, tell me what she looked like. So y'all do say things, and then y'all say stuff like this.
Once again, online.
No, I'm watching. That's not right.
You're talking about online, right?
It don't matter. It's still your content.
No, it's still your content. It's social media, right? Not. You know how many guys call my phone that consider me a friend and speak to me, and we hang out and we talk business and we go out and network, and that's totally different.
I understand that. That's right now. But looking in your window and seeing the side comments when you don't really comment. So when you don't comment, I go, okay. But when you comment, I pay attention to your comments, because it's your question.
So before we get off, give me an example of a comment that you disagree with that I said.
No, I didn't. I just said that I disagreed. What I was just saying about you saying about the too soon and how women perceive women, and then say one thing. And I said, when the guy was talking about, you said high quality, some along the lines of high quality. The guy was like, yo, not even true. I had some high women that did this and did that. And I told him I wasn't buying them nothing, and they still stayed. And you was like, oh, well, tell me what she looked like. Like,
no. What she looked like, as far as like, because certain women behave a certain type of way, right? So right. So I'm just going about what you wrote. So now I know what you're talking about. Certain women behave a certain kind of way. Certain women who don't feel attractive about themselves will tend to take more from a man. Certain women who have an abusive past, been abused in the past, will tend to take more from a man. To be honest, bigger women, BBW women, tend to seem to take more from a man than a slender woman. That's what I talk about also, and that's the issue why I stopped dating. For one, because when a guy see me, they assume that that have low self-esteem, and that I'm ready to just give my body away. But then when they talk to me, and I ask them straight up, do you date me because you want to wife me and because you're interested in me, or you dating me because I'm erotic to you and you want to sleep with me? And then next thing you know, they're looking at me like, wow, because they don't know how to answer the question, because they already assume that I'm coming. Let me put you on the game. Let me put you on the game. Whether you're BBW, whether you're Kerry Hilson, don't matter.
Well, we talking about BBW. You say what you say.
But I'm trying to tell you, no matter what you say, no matter that question that you asked him, it's going to remain the same for every man. You hear me? For every man, it's going to
remain the same. What was his answer?
His answer is going to be because he want to have sex with you.
No, they won't answer it. Okay, but this is my thing.
You said they won't answer it,
and I'm just telling you
they won't answer it.
No, some answer it.
Yeah, but the real answer is because I want to have
I
sex
know
with
what the
you.
real answer is. That's my third eye again that you said is not working. So what I'm trying to say is that when they meet me and they think because of my size, they assume that.
They probably
and I don't
think
show up like that.
they probably think that you're easier, right?
Exactly.
Exactly.
And I know this.
But that's different because it don't matter. It don't matter. It don't matter your size. Any woman.
No, but I'm saying I'm going by the statement you made. You said some BBWs take something because of blah blah blah, and I was just jumping on piggybacking off of that, saying I agree with you.
Yeah, this is a fact. This is a fact.
That's fine, but I'm saying for me, I know the game. I know that. I know that, and that's not my story.
No, but
that's what I'm trying to say. I agree with you with that.
That's cool. That I mean, your story is anecdotal. It's to you what you experience. We get that. That's cool. But when we talking about the majority, right? That's why. That's why. I mean, like even when you look at the memes towards tax time, what do you see? The slim guy with the BBW. You don't see the slim guy with the super bad female because they assume
it's sad though. It's really sad.
Men assume that the super bad female may not be easier, but she may be easier than the BBW. But
that's true.
But psychologically, bigger women tend to take more from a man, whether it's cheating, whether it's abuse, whether it's disrespect. For some reason, and this is almost factual. So I
thank God that I'm not one of them.
No, I'm quite sure that you meet a lot of men, a lot of men that think that you're like that and approach you.
And I just said that. Yes, I said that. I said that.
So you see the residual effects. Like humans are creatures of habit. So the only way that this man would do this or feel comfortable doing this with you is if he was successful doing it with someone else that he feel fits your description.
And this is what I tell my women. I said they only come with the same thing because they tried it before, and they're gonna keep trying it until one of us say no or put them in a place the way that we feel to put them in a place.
Yeah.
So I agree with you what you're saying.
Yeah. So look,
I've been in that predicament. So in a nutshell, to finish what you said about my book is about self-help and it's showing women to look at themselves and not blame men for everything. We got to take responsibility and accountability and clear up our baggage and hurt and pain. And sometimes you do have to hold yourself back. And for me, I'm gonna hold myself back until I am released. And right now, in the midst of that, my healing is complete, but I'm just working on me now physically because I'm trying to get to a better place. I don't need therapy anymore because I'm not in that place. What I'm doing is now sitting back and watching. So this is great for me because I get to watch and see just like I watch my podcast and in my videos that I do.
All right.
So it was a learning experience. I really enjoyed this.
All right. So where they could get your book at though?
On Amazon. It's called Queen with a Damaged Crown.
All right. Thanks for being a guest today. I enjoyed the conversation.
Yeah, thank you.
And let's do this again sometime soon on another topic.
Yeah, of course. Thank you. And I appreciate it. Many blessings and good luck with your show and everything. And just keep doing what you're doing.
I appreciate it. Thank you.
You're welcome.
All right.
Good night.
All right. Well, that was that. And I hope you guys enjoyed the conversation. Like I said, the topic today was modern women delusional when it's time for them, to get with the dating stuff. And I felt that this conversation was very interesting, very insightful. And it's not about being right or wrong or, any of that. It's about learning and having the conversation and continuing the conversation, because these are conversations that we're not having in our communities. We're not having nowhere. And we got it now. We got the conversation. So look, I need you guys to share out the video. If you want to donate to my platform, you could donate via Cash App. The Cash App is Progressive Action 100. Feel free to donate. I will appreciate it. I'll catch you guys later. Peace.